Here in North Sumatra's rainforest, a Tapanuli orangutan swings from one branch to another. The Tapanuli are a new subspecies of the great ape, only discovered in 2017. But with only 800 left, they have been critically endangered from the moment of their discovery. Making matters worse, a hydro dam development backed by Chinese investment is being built in the middle of their remaining habitat. Although it will be a source of green energy, scientists and environmentalists say it could threaten the orangutans with extinction.
The project will destroy their habitat. The hydro dam will divide up the orangutan populations from each other. Cross-area mating is necessary for orangutans to sustain their health, and isolation will only cause inbreeding, which is dangerous for the offspring.
According to scientists, this separation is likely to make the populations unsustainable. Activists also claim that the dam will be vulnerable to earthquakes and would disrupt the lives of local people who rely on the river and land for their livelihoods. Arianto, a local rubber farmer, took us on a trek past security into the dam site to show us his former farming area. He says he worked with the company at first, but then they failed to give him adequate land compensation and did not offer him a job as promised.
I reject this construction project because they violated my rights and lied about hiring us. Secondly, the land acquisition issue is not settled yet.
Arianto is primarily angry he was not given a job. Talking to people in Tapanuli, we found that those who have been given work support the project, and those who have not are either indifferent or are against it. But very few people seem to care much about the orangutans. As we walked out through the construction site, it was not long before we were spotted by security. Angry words were exchanged with our guides for bringing in a foreign journalist, and we were quickly escorted out of the concession area. With a lack of public concern for wildlife in Indonesia, activists opted to sue the project developers North Sumatra Hydro Energy, or NSHE, at a court here in Medan City. Supporting them is Onrizal, a scientist from the University of North Sumatra. Mr. Onrizal conducted the original assessment in 2014, in which he said that the dam could threaten endangered species. But then in 2016, the company published a new assessment without consulting him and that left out his warnings.
In this new assessment, there were many species missing from the document, like the orangutan, tiger, gibbon, and many others. And even though I was not involved, they put my name in this false environmental assessment, including my license, my certificate, my biography, and my statement.
Mr. Onrizal says that his signature was forged here on the document. As a result, he says that NSHE's permit to build the dam should be invalidated.
So this document is not only biased, but false. Environmental assessments should be scientific research, but now they have falsified this. To me, that's an insult to science and scientists.
Despite Onrizal's accusations of foul play, a court in Medan this month failed even to consider his testimony as evidence and ruled in favour of NSHE. Back in the capital, Jakarta, I met with the company's spokesperson, Wimar Witola, to ask him about Onrizal's allegations of unlawful behaviour.
Onrizal is somebody I don't care to comment about in terms of personality. Maybe you should investigate just who and what he is. I hesitate to vouch for his motives in this case. My motive is to speak for the company who is going to build a dam, which has been approved by various scientific studies and the government and the people of North Sumatra.
Okay, so you have your company has a clear motivation to build this dam.
Oh yeah.
Which is a financial one as well. What motivation does Onrizal have to say that his signature was forged?
I do not know the motivations of people whose character are not like mine. In Indonesia, we have many of those.
Mr. Wimar insists that the dam is environmentally friendly because it will provide renewable energy. Nonetheless, an ongoing legal appeal and the threat to biodiversity means the project remains controversial. With much of the funding coming from Bank of China, it casts doubt on the sustainability of the Chinese government's Belt and Road Initiative. And as the construction continues, the fate of the Tapanuli orangutan hangs in the balance.